Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the Pre-Work System Engineering and Ergonomic Briefing 2020-2021. This video contains of the explanation of work system engineering and ergonomic tutorial that will be explained by each department of Desain Sistem Kerja and Ergonomi Laboratory. All of you, please pay attention and enjoy this video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala umurudiyya waddin wa ala alihi wassabihi ajmain amma ba'du. First of all, let us praise and thank the presence of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for the abundance of grace and the joy of all us can still gather in this place without any barriers at all and in good health. I am Muhammad Akbar Fernanda as the coordinator assistant to welcome the all practical course of work system engineering and ergonomic. In this course, all of you will go through two activities, namely tutorials and big project, where these activities support the value of this course. Therefore, I hope that all of you can orderly during the course of this course. God willing, you will get good grades if you all obey all the rules and regulations made by the assistant. During this pandemic, we will carry out all activities online, so hopefully all of you can follow suit. In this course, you will be faced by the big project. Do it as much as possible. God willing, the result of all your effort will be useful for friends and their surrounding. From the result of the big project, friends can participate in activities such as competition and conference. So be serious. If you have a problem, you don't need to hesitate to contact their respective all assistant in the SKI. Thank you for all and enjoy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As the head of laboratory, I would like to thank the assistant who have helped this tutorial. And this tutorial is student justice because this is included in one component, including a role in your final grade. And not only the tutorials, but this course include a big project, which is also one of the components to supporting your final grade. So I hope the student can independently do observation and research to make a product that are following the terms in this year's big project, namely COVID-19. And more detail, the student can be read independently in project guideline. And please do this big project because the result of this big project can be developed and can be submitted in other activities such as PKM, intellectual property rights, seminar, journal, or paper. And moreover, I hope the student can be more independent in learning because everything is listed in the module and the video. And please ask if there are things that are not there, and also be independently, and please be aware of the task schedule and deadlines of the tutorial and the big project. And because we have given the entire schedule at the beginning. And this is all I can say, and my hopes the student and the family are in a good health and happiness. And my greetings to the family at home. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The explanation of the work system engineering and ergonomics tutorial material will be explained by Research and Knowledge Department.
The materials that will be learned on this Engineering Work System and Ergonomics 2021 are: first, Usability. Second, anthropometry and hand tool design. Third, manual material handling. Fourth, reaction time. These materials will be explained. First material is usability. Usability is used in the evaluation process and in the design process of an interface and a product by using the attributes contained in usability. Second material is anthropometry and hand tool design. Study the size and dimension of the human body, the rules for making hand tools, and measuring the grip strength of the human hand for the design of work areas, consumer goods, work equipment, work environment, and work tools. That material is manual material handling. Study about finding the safest position in the lifting process that is done manually by humans, with the aim of designing a safe manual lifting system. And the last material is reaction time. Study the human cognitive speed visually and auditorially interacting the stimuli obtained by receptors or senses. Thus all the material that will be learned in Engineering Work System and Economics 2021.
The next explanation about the rules of work system engineering and ergonomics will be explained by Practicum department.
Okay, I'm gonna explain about tutorial regulation. First is tutorial flow. So students have to do re-register and take a part in general briefing, do make a mind map, learn the teaching video, and study by the technique in data collection from Google Classroom. Students have a discussion session by Zoom meeting or Google Meet. Report consultation and report approval by email, and lastly, submitting the laboratory report. The students are presumed as attend if they have participated in discussion session. Maximum late allowance is 10 minutes. Zoom or Google Meet link will be shared by Google Classroom. Next is the way of assessment from this tutorial. So the tutorial is consists of laboratory works, mid exam, final exam, dan big pro. Practicum or laboratory works is divided into 10% for post-test, 40% for report, 40% for big pro progress, and 10% for mind mapping. Okay, next is tutorial schedule. So you can see the tutorial schedule in this slide. Next is about the tutorial online regulation. The student must follow the entire series of tutorial events. The students are expected to watch the learning video that have given before the day of class. The student should be dressed up neatly, polite, and not allowed to wear t-shirt, jacket, jumpers, and hoodie. The student have to be on camera during the tutorial. During the tutorial, the students are prohibited to leaving the classroom without assistant on duty permission. The students are prohibited to eating or smoking during the tutorial. The tutorial permit is given to the assistant is only valid for 7 days from the date of not following the tutorial. The students are expected to confirm to the assistant on duty or their assistant if get any problems during the tutorial. The deadline for sending console reports and ACC is at 8 p.m. Operating hours or the deadline for sending console report and ACC to the assistant can be changed in any situation according to the assistant. Okay, next is permission or permits during the tutorial. So there are two different permits, two types. First type is accordance to the faculty rules by giving permission letters to assistant during the tutorial week. Maximum H+7. There is no class substitution and punishment. Second is not accordance with the faculty rules. There is no substitution class and there is punishment decreasing 30% of the report value. The students who do not attend then do not have permission to not attend the tutorial for more than 3 times are considered to have failed the tutorial and the tutorial value is 0. Next is mind map. Mind map are done in a group. You can create the mind map using an application like MindMapple, Canva, or Corel. Student not allowed to make it on paper and photograph it. Student uploaded the mind map to Google Classroom according to each class for the next tutorial time. Student must write down the group as well as the name and name of the group members. If it's late in uploading or plagiarism, mind map is 0. The mind map keyword should be included in the mind map. Keywords will be shared every time in the module change. The mind map is made as creative as possible regarding the tutorial material that we teach. The mind map extension file must be in JPG, JPEG, or PNG. Okay, for online tutorial, if you late more than 10 minutes, then you are allowed to enter the class but no attendance. You can still take the post test and report is not reduced. If you are being late or not collecting the mind map, then you are allowed to present and attend the class and do the post test and the report value is not reduced but your mind map is 0. Okay, next is report. So the maximum consultation is H plus 12. If you don't consult, the report value is reduced by 20%. The consultation is not required to be face-to-face, but you can send it via email. The requirement for consultation are you completing the report until the analysis part. Maximum for ACC is H plus 13. If you don't make the ACC on time, the report value is reduced by 10%. The ACC is not required to face-to-face, but you can send it via email. The ACC requirement is completing the report until the conclusion. Submission of the report is from of soft file and maximum is H plus 13. If you don't collect the report, then the report value is 0. And if you late to send the report, then your report value is reduced by 30%. So you can send it in Google Classroom. The report has been accredited by your assistant and submission through the Google Classroom.
Next, for the tools, learning flows, and tutorial information access will be explained by Maintenance, Information, and Technology Department.
First, we are gonna explain about the flow of loaning a tool. And this flow is applied either offline or online tutorial. There are some steps you have to follow if you want to loan a tool. Step 1. You can fill the loaning a tool form. You can find the form in Instagram highlight story of DSKE Laboratory. After you fill the form, you have to ask for approval from the head of DSKE Laboratory. If you get the approval, then go to DSKE Laboratory. In DSKE Laboratory, you have to hand your filled form and also your identity card as a guarantee to DSKE Laboratory. Then, the assistant will lend the tool. The period of the loan is only in 7 days. If you guys want to extend, you have to refill the form. If you guys have finished using the tools, you have to return it to the SKA laboratory. And then, after you return the tools, you guys are gonna get your identity card back if you return it correctly.
The next explanation from MIT department is flow of learning book with step used either offline or online. The first thing that students have to do is filling the form of learning book. You can download it on the SKA IG highlight. After filling the form, students go to the SKA laboratory, then submit the form and also identity card as guarantee to the SKA. After submitting form and identity card, assistant will lend the book. For your information, the period of loaning is only 7 days. If extending is needed, you have to refill the form. If you have finished using the book, you have to return to the SKI laboratory. You are gonna get your identity card back if returning correctly.
Next, the introduction of the Ergonomics and Work System Design Laboratory Assistant for 2020 and 2021 period will be delivered by Human Capital Management Department.
Hello friend, I, as the representative of HEM department, would like to introduce anyone to the SKI. First, there is Mrs. Atianti Diah Prabaswari STMSC as head of the laboratory DSKI and Mas Dwi Santoso SPD as laboratory DSKI. Now, let's take the same contact DSKI laboratory assistant 2020 and 2021. First, Mas Akbar Fernanda as assistant coordinator with the code E136. In DSKE, there are 4 departments, namely HEM, R&K, Practicum, and MIT. In HEM, there are Mas Fandi Indrawan with code E135 as the chair, and 3 staff, namely Mbak Zila with code E129, Mbak Tania with code E137, and myself, Zaidan, with code E143. Furthermore, they are from the R&K department, coordinated by Mas Ilham with code E131. With the 4 staff are Mas Putra with code E133, Mbak Resvi with code E130, Mbak Alma with code E138, and the last one is Bagisha with code E144. Furthermore, there is MIT department coordinated by Mas Andrian with code E134 with the 2 staff, namely Mas Rifki Apriliansah with code E140 and the last one is Mbak Rahma with code E141. Furthermore, the last department is Practicum, coordinated by Mbak Arum with code E132. They have 2 staff, namely Mbak Hersa with code E139 and the last one is Mbak Shalfa with code E142. And then, let me introduce to you the new DSKI Laboratory Assistant 2019. The first one is Alda, and then Devoni, and then Camila, and then Kinan, and then Dava, and then Fabiola, and then Ananda, and the last one is Salma.
Here is the explanation regarding the BRIC project for this course. Based on this, the theme of the BRIC project this time is Ergonomic Challenge amidst COVID-19 pandemic. It is intending to provide actual solutions to existing problems by linking this problem with ergonomic aspect. BRIC project subtheme. The subthemes are divided according to the main themes that have been defined as follows. First, self-protection. According to the Cambridge University Press Dictionary, self-protection is an object used to protect oneself from injury or damage. Examples of some self-protection are masks, gloves, face shield, hazmat, and PPE or personal protective equipment. Second is public use. According to Cornell Law School Dictionary, public use is any property that can be used by the public or general public. Examples of several types of public use are sinks, parking ticket machines, sterilization boxes, and swab chambers. Third is public space. According to UNESCO, public space is an area or place that is open and accessible to everyone, regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, age, or socioeconomic level. Examples of several types of public space are restaurants, supermarkets, and cafe, banks, offices. 4 is home living space. According to Urban Dictionary, home living space is an area or room used for living space. Examples of several types of home living space are study rooms, workspaces, and guest rooms. The scope of work. The scope of work that is the focus of the research is as follows. First, design. Each group will research and analyze what technology is needed by the research side. The result can be product, interfaces, and systems. Second, product. Each group will research and analyze the problem and provide recommendation or innovation related to the technology used by at the research site. Third, workstation. Each group will research and analyze the problem then provide recommendation related to an ergonomic workstation for the research site. Terms and conditions. The following are the general terms and conditions of the big project EWSNE 2021. First, participants of the EWSNE 2021 big project are students who are taking the EWSNE course in the semester of the big project. Second, one team consists of 4 to 5 people with the same group members in the same EWSNE practicum and class. Third, each team is required to choose one of the sub-themes provided from the predefined big themes that will be selected during the EWSNE Big Project re-registration. 4. Each team must choose one scope of work as the focus of the research. 5th, each team is required to choose at least 2 materials in the PWM and EWSE courses as well as other ergonomics materials. 6. If there are conditions that compel surveys or data collection outside the home, keep using health protocols such as using masks when doing data retrieval, maintain a minimum distance of 1 meter, bring a hand sanitizer, and lastly, wash your hand before and after entering the research area or research site. 7th, the output of the big project is in the form of final report which will later be presented to the lecturers. 8th, presentation will be delivered directly in front of the lecturers of EWSNE courses. 9th, presentation media must use presentation slides in format .ppt and product prototypes or visualization. 10th, the team that is nominated for the Big Project EWSNE 2021 winner is required to work on a paper. 11. The structure and format of writing the final report and paper are set out in the following discussion. 12. Every work from all Big Project teams will be exhibited. 13. Provision related to the technical presentation and exposed by each group will be determined at later date via the Google Classroom practitioner or the DSKNE Laboratory Instagram account at LabDSKA. 14. Each group required to consult the big project progress with the assistant supervisor of each group with the following condition. First, provisions. Big project progress is required to consult according to the timeline, with a note that big project consultation is different from the EWSNE practicum consultation. Second, punishment. Failure to consult big project progress will get a score of 0. Third, information. Must consult every chapter in an online meeting by using Google Meet, Zoom, or other application at least one time, and all group must attend. Fourth, terms. Show the results you want to consult with the assistant in the form of soft files. 15. Big project progress consultation includes the final report. 16. The time for submitting the final report before the expo can be seen on the Big Project EWSNE 2021 timeline, and paper submission will be arranged later. 17. By registering as a Big Project participation, the practitioner agrees to the terms and conditions as well as other regulations that have been set by the lecturer and assistant to the DSKNE laboratory. 18. The laboratory has the right to change or add information related to the terms and conditions of the 2021 EWSNE Big Project on the Google Classroom or the DSKNE Laboratory Instagram account at LabDSKA. 19. The writing structure. The following is the format and structure of the final report writing for the Big Project EWSNE 2021. 1. The final paper and report must be written in the format provided and will be announced via Google Classroom or the DSK and e-laboratory Instagram account at LabDSKA. 2. The final report format will adjust the big project progress timeline, and the details of the format or template will be announced through the DSK and e-laboratory Instagram account linktree at LabDSKA. 3. The final report and paper are written in Indonesian for regular classes and English for international program class. 4. The characteristic of big project writing work must meet the following requirements. First, solution. Writing contains creative and innovative ideas and describe the current issues being faced based on the big project theme and is equipped with solutions. Second, original. The writing that is made must be original and no plagiarism from other people's work. Third, logical and scientific. The writing made must refer to relevant and valid reference sources. Fourth, systematic. The writing that is made must systematically follow the rules for the preparation of the reports given. The assessment criteria. The following are the final assessment criteria for the big project EWSNE 2021. For the final report and paper consists of idea, aesthetics, writing, and match with the theme. Second, presentation. It consists of material readiness, delivery of material, and mastery of the material. Third, prototype. It consists of function and visualization. The timeline for big project EWSNE 2021. First, a register for the big project EWSNE 2021 on March 13, 2021. Second, topic consultation on March 20 until 22nd, 2021. Third, Chapter 1 consultation on March 23rd until April 1st, 2021. Fourth, Chapter 2 and 3 consultation on April 2nd until 11, 2021. Fifth, Chapter 4 and 5 consultation on April 12th until June 21st, 2021. 6. Submission of overall reports on June 22nd, 2021. 7. Submission of expo content on June 25th, 2021. 8. Big Project Expo on June 28th until July 2nd, 2021. And lastly, Big Project Final Presentation on July 5th until noon 2021.
The next explanation is about official social media of the SKI Laboratory. The first is Instagram, which is the main social media used to give information related to practicum and also ergonomic. The Instagram account is @labdski. The second is YouTube, which the name of the channel is Laboratorium Desain Sistem Kerja dan Ergonomi UII. This YouTube channel contains tutorial videos and also ergonomics video. Furthermore, there is a DSKI podcast on Spotify. For you guys who want to know about more interviews and also alumni opinion, go check DSKI podcast.
The explanation about work system engineering and ergonomics tutorial has been explained entirely. Hopefully, it can be understood well. Please follow the SKL Laboratories Instagram on @labdska because all of tutorial information will be announced on the SKL Laboratories Instagram. If you guys have a question about the explanation, you can drop your question at the SKL Laboratories Instagram. Then, for the question and answer session with your assistant will be held on pre-work system engineering and ergonomics tutorial briefing online on 13th March 2021. That's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.